Here. I wanted to come on and explain to you a little bit about how God made your body to work. Mickey's in the room, so I'm going to be looking over at Mickey every once in a while. So God put one organ in your body in control of all of your other organs, and that's called your brain. And your brain communicates through an undisrupted system called the nervous system. And so the brain, brainstem, spinal cord, and spinal nerves that go to every single cell, tissue, organ, gland, muscle, blood vessel in your body. So this system is like the electrical system in a house. So you've got your fuse box, and your wires go out to all the plugs, and that's how electrical energy gets to all your appliances. So that's called voltage, it's energy. So I'm putting a little emphasis on energy because I use that word sometimes and people get all freaked out because they construe it to maybe a new age term. But I want to explain to you how God made your body to work. So your nervous system is actually like a fuse box, and life energy or control from the brain and nervous system goes out to every single cell, tissue, organ, muscle, blood vessel. It's what makes your heart beat. Your heart is beating because of an electrical component to it. That's why when they restart your heart, they put the electrical things on it and it starts it back up. So everything is controlled by your brain and nervous system. So for you to heal and be healthy, what percentage of that life energy or control do you want going through your spine to all your organs? 100%, right? So we want 100%. Well, how do you know if it's 100%? Well, we really don't know. There's no way to measure it, but we do know that when the spine gets out of alignment, it blocks that communication system or that energy going through the body. So a lot of times chiropractors will use the strength of a muscle to determine if there is a disconnect or a blockage in that flow of control going through the nerve to the muscle. So for example, if I was to want to check and see if there's a vertebra out in the neck, I can put a pressure, or I can have a person lift their head, and there would be a disruption in the electrical components on that nerve. So it will interrupt. If there's a vertebra out of alignment and I have you lift your head, or I put pressure on this area, it can interrupt that body's electrical component for that moment, and the muscle system will change. And a person can get weak, or even you might have seen chiropractors will check the legs, and what they're looking for is the muscular differences due to an interruption in this electrical system that's in the body. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, but when I go to check for what we call subluxation, which is the vertebra out of alignment, putting pressure on that nerve, or there might even be a little bit bigger misalignment. I like to say a global misalignment, or it might be 2 or 3 vertebrae that are affecting like the area of the neck. So when I find that, there will be a disruption in the electrical component of the body, resulting in a muscular weakness in the body. So that's where I see that when I'm doing a leg check and I'm testing the spine for misalignments, we'll either get a muscular weakness, and that can draw up the leg, or if a certain chiropractor, I don't necessarily check for subluxation this way, but some chiropractors will even test the strength of the muscle involved with the misalignment of the spine. So some people don't understand that the body basically is electrical in nature, and that can be interrupted when there's a subluxation. And so when you go to the chiropractor, hopefully they're checking for subluxation and they're looking for the areas of misalignment, and that's what we are looking for. So I hope this explains to you how the spine is related to the nervous system, and the nervous system, if interfered with, can affect and will affect the strength of the muscle. Some people will even get weakness in their hands. So this is a representation of what's going out to that nerve. So let's say if you had subluxation in your spine and it was going to your stomach, these nerves would be going to your stomach. A person could have some stomach issues. So in our office, we look for that spinal misalignments or global subluxation or injuries to the spine on x-ray. And when we get a person on the table, we are looking for those misalignments. So sometimes it can affect you on a muscular level, and sometimes it can affect you on an organ level. But we don't want any of it, do we? So I hope this explains how testing, or how the muscles can be affected when you have a subluxation. All right, pause this for a minute.